So we're going to be talking about the Bandidos. What the heck has happened over the past year, 2025, with the club? And we're also going to be getting into what is going on with the scene later on in the video. But first, I want to cover all the events for you that happened with the Bandidos, especially last February, when a RICO indictment was handed down, and we got some developments in that area. A lot of times people don't get to hear on the Biker News and what has been happening with those cases. So we're making sure we keep up with it for you guys. But let's get into this sucker. Okay. Last February, there was a 22-count indictment. This came through the feds, and it was unsealed against 14 members and associates in the Southern District of Texas. Now, Texas is Dedo territory, man, and it's actually been quite a war zone the last couple of years. Unfortunately, but that's the way it is. Kitty Cat just had to pass me there. She's always by my side. But anyway, there has been a lot of tension between the Beasties and the Bandidos. And it kind of started after the Waco Twin Peaks. I guess it was building from there. But it's a lot younger crowd, if you know what I mean. So, in February, the indictment came down. They had, in March, they had the detention hearings for 14 defendants. High-ranking member Michael Dunphy, he was granted bail for $50,000. Others like John Big Pfeiffer and John, let's see here, I'm reading this right, Blendora were held without bail. Now, if you know anything about the two going against each other, there was murders, homicides, whatever you want to say. So they held these two without bail. Then in May of 2025, an appeals court in Texas upheld the sentence of Alfredo Pez Jr. for his role in a separate shooting involving the Bandidos and the Kinfolks. Now, the Bandidos Kinfolk thing goes back years, but I just wanted to let you guys know, because this was attached to the Bandidos stuff, what was happening in that case as well. And in August, and they should, these guys should thank their lucky stars that this happened, because actually it was a first when it came to the club scene. The Department of Justice said it's not going to seek the death penalty for the primary two defendants. That was Davis Vargas and Roy Gomez. They dodged a literal bullet right there. When I seen that, when I covered that news break, I was like, holy cow, they were actually even thinking about it. Dangerous stuff right there. Now, with this 14-count indictment in October last year, they postponed the trial until 2026. This has allowed them to review about 160,000 pages of evidence. It's like, man, how much evidence do you got, man? Holy cow. And then the update from the death penalty, they confirmed they won't be going after John Pfeiffer for that. Now, the Bandidos are a worldwide club here, so they had some issues happening overseas as well. In Denmark, this is also in October, they court ordered the Bandidos chapter to be disbanded after they ruled that an illegal association. Thank God we live in America, right? Thank God. You know, they tried that stuff with the Mongols taking their patch here. I actually think the DOJ and all them were trying to take a page out of their book, if you will, from overseas. They got some hideous laws out in Australia. Europe's no different. So thank your lucky stars, man, with your Bill of Rights here in the United States. December 2025, two Bandido members were released after their convictions were overturned. Overturned due to evidence suggesting their innocence in a high-profile case. Now, that's something that rarely happens. We all know that. But kudos for them to get out of that crap. Now, what is the war against the beast? Why is there charges being filed against these guys? And it has to do with a lot. If you watch the news, a lot. They allege, the prosecutors, that Bandido's leadership issued a smash-on-sight order to assault or kill Beast members to maintain dominance in Texas. And we're going to talk about that in a second here. Now, late in October of 2025, a high-ranking national member, 60 years old, 60, was arrested following a raid on a clubhouse. They seized 33 firearms, body armor. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, wait a second, this is Texas. What the hell? I thought that's legal there. But anyway, over $200,000 in cash, and they believed it to be linked to drug dealing. Also in October was a busy month for these guys. A high-ranking member in Denver, Adrian Ramos, reportedly escaped from court by cutting off his ankle monitor just before he was sentenced for the racketeering and drug trafficking. So he says, you know what? I'm out of here. I don't want to deal with it anymore. My God. Also in New Mexico, a member, Jonathan Bevins, a member of New Mexico, pleaded guilty to being a felon in possession of 13 firearms and ammunition after the raid on a Bandido's residence. So they were having a long freaking tough time in 2025. Those were just some of the stories that we actually covered that I wanted to give you guys updates about. Now, as far as how these type of conflicts are starting now, and if you just look back and pay attention, you can see it all laid in front of you. The way things were done in the past, the younger guys no longer care about. Yeah, you hear these channels talking about traditions and protocols. Throw that all out the window, man. Throw it all out the window, because the younger guys, they're not having any of it. And you have to sit back and say, you know what? That's what it was all about in the first place. Not taking orders from here or there, doing your own thing, living your life the way you wanted to live it, putting on what you wanted to put on. So these kids are actually doing what a lot of these one percenter clubs really forgot. They rebelled against society. They rebelled against everyone that was trying to tell them what to do. And now, if you look at it, they got more rules than Congress does. So again, you're going to see a lot of kids say, you know what, screw you, man. We're going to do our own thing and we're not afraid of you. That's evident with these different clubs that start up. They do their thing, and they don't care if you're a big five or whatever that is. They don't care. they'll take you on. And that's something that's been changing over the last few years. So, mind you, keep that in the back of your head when you're watching a lot of the news breaking, or you see all these shows interviewing ex-members, the attitudes that they have. And by the way, don't forget to check out mine. It's this Sunday. If you're watching a replay 2-3 weeks from now, it's about why I won't take interviews anymore from ex-club members. Anyway, don't forget to join the members only Clubhouse, as we call it. You'll get exclusive access to Motorcycle Madhouse, other member-only videos. Nobody else is going to have access to Motorcycle Madhouse but our members on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, all that good stuff. And it's only 99 cents, so we're not going to break your bank. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. Rock on, baby.
Join the Insane Throttle Members Only Club on YouTube or Spotify and receive exclusive content. Your membership in the Throttle Club helps keep the show going strong.